everyone. This is Mama Joy and welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to do 2 or 3 little things. The first thing is I'm going to make another pie crust. And I know you just seen me make a cherry pie, but I've got to make some crust because I'm going to make a strawberry shortcake. And my strawberry shortcake is pie crust. So I'm going to put in 2 more cups of flour, or 2 cups of flour, like I did the other day, into my mixer. And I'm going to add a teaspoon of sugar and a teaspoon of salt. I've got that in here. And I'm going to add 3/4 cup of Crisco. To that, and put the mixer down in the bowl and turn that on. Whoa, it's splashing out on me. Well, it tried to cool up, but I'm not very cool right now. I've had to turn the air up, and I'm going to be turning the oven on for a little bit, so I wanted it to be really cool in here. Now I'm just going to mix this up till it's crumbly and all the Crisco gets blended in with the flour. The other day when I did my cherry pie, you didn't get to see me roll out the crust because my camera went black. So I'm going to try today, and it probably will flub on me because of some silly thing like the weather or... Okay, so I'm getting ready to add 1/2 cup of milk. It's cold milk. Add it a little bit at a time. Get this all stirred up so all the flour is mixed in with the Crisco. And I may have to do a little bit of mixing down there in the bottom. We've had quite a bit of rain the last couple of days. It's rained off and on all day today, and it rained yesterday and in the night. And if you can see in the bowl, there's a little bit of flour in the bottom. I'm going to try to get that all mixed up in there. Okay, I think we're about to get it. Now usually I put this in the fridge and chill it, but I'm gonna see what happens today. If I don't, sometimes I don't always chill it, but when I'm in a hurry. So I'm gonna put a little bit of flour on the counter. And I've divided this dough in half. And I'm going to roll it out if I can. Some flour. I put some flour on my arms and my shirt and the rolling pin. Oh dear. I don't want to get it on my little buddy there on my watch. That's my grandson, Grayson. He lives in Virginia. Far, far away. Far, far away. turn it over and keep it rolling. And you don't have to roll this out any certain shape because I'm not putting it in a pie pan. I'm putting it on a baking sheet. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Now I'm going, well, I don't know. I'll probably just cut this in half. And that way I can transfer it easier. And this little pizza gadget is wonderful for that. I'll let you see. Let me put this one on the cookie sheet. And that is all there is to it. I'm going to set this down here. I've got the oven heating. And I'm going to prick this with a fork. This is how my grandmother and my mother made their strawberry shortcakes, and my cousins, and this is the way we like it. I don't know if I've showed you this before or not. I may have, but I'm going to do it again because Eric got me some fresh strawberries, and I'm going to get those ready. And then we'll have the crust, and we're going to have Cool Whip on them, and I'll show you that. But we're going to be doing some other things. I'll set that over there ready to go in the oven. I've got the oven set on 400, and I'm going to bake it for approximately 12 minutes till it's nice and brown, depending on how brown it gets. Okay. Now, remember, when you clean your counter off, make sure your rag has been in cold water, because this just makes the flour come up so much easier. And if you don't, it'll make a paste and gum and be hard to get up off the counter. So that's why we do it this way. Okay, I'm going to move this stuff over out of the way. Another thing we're going to be tasting is the beets that I made the other day on one of my videos. And it does not have any spices in it. It's just a straight can of beets from the grocery store that are just plain. They have no vinegar or nothing on them. And I made this brine to go over them, and they've been sitting in the refrigerator, and I have ate off of them once, and they are delicious. No spices, just sugar and vinegar. So, okay, I don't think I need the flour anymore. So I'll take it away. Okay, we're gonna cook some asparagus. And when I brought this home, I left it wrapped up in the bag that I put it in from the grocery store. And then I let it stand up in the refrigerator just like this. And it seemed to have kept a lot better than if if you don't. I'm only gonna do, I think that's all I'll do. I will let you know. I'm gonna go to the sink and wash these off and get them snapped. And if I have to take too much of the stem off, I'll come back and do the rest of the bunch. Okay, I've washed this many. This stem here looks a little tough. And it is. It's tough clear up to the very end, so I'm not going to have much from him. Oh, that one's got some. I don't like to get them if they're big around. I like the smaller stems better. This is small, but it sure was tough. Sure was tough. The reason I'm not going to do all these is because I don't have anybody here to help me eat them. So, I think may save those others for another meal, because it doesn't take that long to cook them. Maybe it's about 7 minutes. Although this doesn't look like too many, but I'm going to bake a sweet potato to go with them. Doesn't look like too many, does it? And these all have big stems, so I'm thinking that they're not gonna have much to them left. Much left to them when I get them. I'll take some of these great big ones, because I don't think there'll be much left on the stem and then I probably should just do them all, because I'm not going to have about 3 left. Oh. Okay, my ovens are getting hot. I can smell it. If you had these in your garden and could pick them yourself, it would be much better. Because you could let them, you'd know when to pick them when they weren't hard. And I don't know what makes them get hard like that. I really don't. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of them, because I only have just a handful left. Just a handful. And I'm going to dry these off, and then get out my olive oil and my real salt and pepper, maybe some lemon pepper. Okay. All righty. Dry these off. Okay, if you have a bottle that you can put your olive oil in, that's a spray bottle, that would be a good thing to do when you're putting things in the air fryer. I'm gonna go ahead and, whoops, turn this on so it'll preheat, and that way you wouldn't get more than you needed. So I'm gonna do this in, I think, a pie pan. Now I'm gonna put these over here in the pie pan and oil them in here. And I'm telling you, I'm just drizzling, maybe. Some oil on them. And I think I'll lay them back over here on the paper towel. And get another paper towel and soak up some of the oil. I don't need too much on there. Okay, now I'm going to sprinkle some real salt on here. This is the salt I was telling you about and showed you in the other videos. And I'm going to put some lemon pepper on here. Okay. Now, I think they need to bake about seven minutes, but it may need to be a little bit longer, so I'm not sure. I've never cooked these in the air fryer before. I always have done them in the oven. And I'm going to put the rest of my dough, while that air fryer's heating up, the rest of my dough in the fridge. I think Eric's wanting a cream pie, so I'll have to see what kind of cream pie he wants. If he wants chocolate chip or peanut butter or coconut or banana, but I will find out. Okay. Now, I've washed my sweet potato, and I will prick it with a fork and wrap it in a paper towel and bake it for 3 minutes and check on it, and then if it's not done, I'll bake it till it's finished cooking. But 3 to 5 minutes is usually what it takes for that size of a sweet potato. Alrighty, I'm gonna let this heat up and I'll let you know when I put these in. Okay, the air fryer is ready. I'm gonna take these over here and try to spread them around. I don't know if you can see in there or not. I have too many. I don't know. But we'll see. That one just... wasn't nothing wrong with him. It just seemed like there was. Okay. In we go. Air fry. And I preheated it 20 minutes, but it always comes back on to preheat for some reason. I know. I think it's because I need to hit air fry and then start. That's what's the matter. Now I'm going to put that on for 7 minutes. Whoops. Okay. We'll see what happens. Now, I've been getting the strawberries ready, and I've still got a few left to stem. These are organic strawberries, and I'm gonna finish doing the strawberries, and then the crust is done. Let me show you the crust. Here's the pie of the strawberry shortcake crust. And when it cools, I'll be breaking it like that, I think. Okay, alrighty, I will be back. Okay, I'm gonna take these out and see if they're done. Ouch. Okay. Should set that back in here till it cools. Let those cool for a minute. And show you the berries. Now, since these are little tiny berries, I didn't slice them because they were so small, but I'm going to take my potato masher and mash down in them a little. Not mashing them all, I'm just gonna mash them up a little bit to get the juice in them. And to make a lot of juice. Okay. This is what how my mother and my grandmother always did them. And they are so good. And it makes a lot of juice to get on the crust. Okay? Alrighty. We got the strawberries ready. We'll have them for dessert. I'm going to put the potato in and start him cooking. And I'm going to taste one of these. See how it tastes. Oh, they're very good. Yummy. The only seasoning I put on them was the salt and the lemon pepper. So good. I cooked them on 7 minutes. Very, very good. So when the sweet potato gets done, I'll get my plate fixed. And I'll put some beets on them, on my plate, and my baked potato. And I'm gonna put butter and brown sugar on him. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm gonna fix my plate. I cooked this for 4 minutes. Get my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. Now, I'm not gonna eat this whole sweet potato at one time. I will save some for later, a later meal. Cut down through it, and I'm gonna take some butter. And spread on top. You notice I don't have any meat. I've been trying to eat like the Mediterraneans do, the diet. I know that I need to lose weight, but that is not the reason I wanted to be on that diet. I'm having digestive problems, and I want to start eating better. So I always think I eat good, but I don't, evidently. Now I'm going to sprinkle some brown sugar on there. Better do it with something besides dumping it out, because I'll get too much. Oh boy, this is gonna be delicious. Now, if I hadn't turned the oven on and heated the kitchen up, this would be a perfect way to do a summer meal. And if you wanted a piece of meat, you could even make you a sandwich out of some deli meat. I'll taste this and not have to heat up your kitchen. I knew that was going to be good. I'm going to put me some asparagus over here. Asparagus is really good for you. And then I'm going to get me some beets. Maybe. Maybe I will, and maybe I won't. These little tongs are not very good for dipping something out of a jar. Or grabbing a hold of them. It didn't want to grab a hold of them very good. Like I said, this has no spices in it. Just sugar and vinegar. And then you put it, you pour that, let that juice, pour it over your drained beets that you got out of the can. You use the juice from the can to heat up in your vinegar, the beet juice, the vinegar, and the sugar. And then pour that over your beets and let them sit in the refrigerator. Oh, they are so good. So, so good. So here's my plate. I'm just gonna pick this up with my finger. I love asparagus. And have me another bite of sweet potato. Such a good, healthy lunch. So, so good. I'm gonna eat one of these beets. You can't beat them. They are really, really good. Just the right sourness or tartness, whichever you want to call it, and just the right amount of sweet. So good. I'm gonna go enjoy this, and then I will be back and show you the strawberry shortcake. Okay, I'm back and we're gonna do the shortcake. I have me a little bowl here. I have the crust over here and I have the berries over here. And these berries, you can see how juicy they've gotten. I used 1/4 cup to start with of sugar. And then I tasted them and I thought they needed a little more sugar. It depends on how sweet your berries are. If they're not very sweet, you need to taste them and make sure you've got enough sugar in them. Okay, now I've got the crust over here, and I just put a couple of pieces down in the bottom, and then I'll spoon me some strawberries over them. Then I'll put another piece of crust and some more berries. A lot of people wouldn't like this if they don't like crust. I love crust. It's probably the favorite part of the pie for me. But anyway, a little juice in there. And I'm going to try to get this Cool Whip out. Wow. Yummy. Oh, doesn't that look good? Well, we're going to see here if it is. I'm going to take a taste of it. And just going to go down in there and get a berry and some crust and some Cool Whip. So good. So good. I think this is so much better than those little yellow cakes. Of course, that's only because that's what I've been used to all my life. And this is what we grew up with, and this is the way we like our strawberry shortcake. So absolutely wonderful. I hope you guys will all try this. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I will I was gonna say I can't look up my recipes because they're all on my phone. But I was gonna, if you'll go back, the one that I did with the beets is just not very far back. 2 or 3 before this one, and you'll get the recipe. I would go on here and give it to you. I know you use a 1/2 cup of beet juice out of the can and drain the beets, but I can't remember how much sugar and how much vinegar, and you boil that. So I'll get off for now. Please hit the like button and the notification bell, and hit the subscribe button. Thank you all for being my subscribers. I appreciate it. See you soon.